In this video, I am going to talk about just a very basic concept, and that is value in your paintings. And I'm going to be working in value of very neutrals and then showing you how by adding just a little bit of value into your paintings, you can absolutely change the dynamics of the way the painting looks. Now, I'll probably do several videos on value because it is such a dynamic concept that it's not going to be like one video and you're going to get it. Hopefully, you'll gain something from this video to understand. But in this video, I'm going to show you a artificial intelligence AI generated painting where I deliberately ensured that there was very neutral value. There's no lights, there's no darks, there's like a very middle of the road value. And the reason why is because that's the way a lot of artists paint. That's the way many times I painted for a long time until I practiced and I took classes and listened and looked at the masters and realized what was it that was really happening that was making one painting look better than the other. And that was when the values were brought up to where they should be. That's where there is some lights and some darks amongst the middle values. So I'm going to do I'm going to show you a painting that I did with artificial intelligence, and then I'm going to show you where I added some lighter and darker values to kind of just give you an idea. And then I'm going to do a demonstration, a very simple demonstration with paper that will give you the concept of what I'm talking about. And like I said, this is going to be the first video of several scattered amongst other painting videos that I do that kind of just help you get this concept of what value is and the benefit of value in our paintings. So without further ado, let's jump into the AI generated painting and what I did to it, and then we'll go into the demonstration with the paper swatches to help you understand this. So look at this painting. This has all the middle of the road values in it. Later on in the video, I'll show you a scale of values and you'll understand that a little bit more. While there is some interest to this because there's texture here, the overall painting is not as exciting as it could be. Would I hang this? You know, possibly I would hang this in a if I was someone that wanted very neutral tones because of the texture in this painting. But is it as exciting as it could be? No, not at all. You could add a lot more things going on in this painting. If you stay in that mid-tone, you're going to lose out on the dynamics that you can actually have in a painting. Now, this is a painting. It's the same one. It's AI generated, and I've added into it some more whites, which is on the first part of the grayscale, and some darks. A key here is the lightest light next to the darkest dark, and then adding some of the dark throughout the painting and some light throughout the painting, and again throwing in some texture of differences in shapes. A lot of these concepts all go together, but the concept I wanted to share here is the value. This is a much more interesting painting. Even if I didn't have the scribbles on there and I just had the dark and the light, the darkest and the lightest colors added to this painting would really look a lot more dynamic than the initial painting. So I want to pop in this painting without all the additional like a semic writing on there, and you still have a much more dynamic painting because of the values. You've got on here darker shapes, lighter shapes, colors on the one side of the value scale and the other side of the value scale, not all in the middle. Now, just I wanted to pop up again the original painting. While it's pretty because there's a lot of texture in here, the other one with the darker and the lighter values is much more interesting to the eye. So I wanted to do this example to bring in another layer of the same thing I've been saying about adding value to your paintings. So this is a piece of paper, so pretend it's like a canvas. So I'm adding my abstract shapes, and I'm just painting along, and I'm adding in wonderful, beautiful shapes, some squares, and even this great big shape because I know that I'm supposed to do that, and some circles because I want some differences. But what's happening here? Let's take a look at the value scale. So when I look at the value scale, what you see is majority of what has been added is in the center. This block may be a little bit over here and then here. So maybe mainly here and a little bit of this, maybe 2. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So some 7, but mainly 3, 4, and 5. So this is what happens on your paintings when you're bringing in your colors. You're keeping within the middle of the value scale. And it becomes very boring. It becomes very, it may have a lot of beautiful markings on there, but it's very boring. So let's see what happens when you bring in a 9 and a 1. All of a sudden, that value just pops. So we're looking at it, and we want the eye to go around the canvas. So we know we need to bring in some difference. And the eye all of a sudden starts to enjoy the painting. Even if we were to bring in some of the white, and let's put maybe a white right there. So as I said before, that the eye loves when you have light against dark and dark against light. So maybe we'll do that a little bit of underneath there. So you can see with that painting, if this were a real painting, the eye just all of a sudden starts to even enjoy. So maybe even, see, this is about the same size as that, so I'm liking that better. So this is the concept that I wanted to add on to what I've already said when it came to the value and the importance of building your painting and incorporating the 1 and the 9 value into your painting, whether it be a black and white grayscale that I'm showing you or a colored painting.